What's up, people? What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all y'all having a great day today. Um, when I tell y'all that I just got finished watching this episode of General Hospital, when I tell you I could not stop fucking laughing, I could not stop fucking laughing. I was cackling throughout this whole damn episode because listen, the fuckery, the sheer fuckery. I said, now who writing this bullshit? I said, what the hell going on? I said, now what? This was some wild shit. Who do I start with? Let me start with Drew and Willow. Let me get their ass out the way, cause I'm tired of them. Listen, at this damn point, Willow just need to go ahead and get this man some punani already. Like, just go ahead and sleep with him. I don't like the way Drew look at her, first of all. Every time he look at her, it's with this little smirk on his face, and it looks very cringy, very creepy. Like, you know how a predator prey? You know, they just prey on somebody. That's how he look. I don't like how he look at her. Like, it's just very disturbing to me. It's like, I just be watching. I'm like, stop looking at her like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. But yeah, she might as well go ahead and give him some. Because the way he shouted her out in his speech, after he was talking about McConkey, after he shouted her out, I said, now where Nina shout out? I said, now where hers at? And why Nina wasn't there? I said, now where's she at? She been endorsing your ass too. He did not mention Nina's name not one time. Now, you know, if Nina was there, she would have felt so offended. He mentioned Laura. He mentioned McConkey. He mentioned Jordan. And he mentioned Willow. He mentioned Michael. I said, oh. I said, well, Nina, you know, y'all fucking around and she endorsing your ass too. Hell, she introduced your ass to McConkey. I'm trying to think, did he mention Nina? I don't think he did. But yeah, they might as well go ahead and sleep together. Willow might as well go ahead and just tell Michael she want a divorce. Like, just divorce that boy. And you know, let Michael get his revenge on y'all. Because I'm telling you, I would be so pissed that when all of this come out and Michael don't get revenge on them too, I'll be so pissed off. I'll be pissed because why are we doing all this if Michael not going to be vengeful? Because we all know how Michael get down. When he feel angry, we know how he get. And you can't tell me he not going to come for their ass. You can't tell me he not coming for them. I know he will. He got to. He got to get his lick back on them. Like, he has to. And one of the perfect ways to do that is to let Willow walk in on him fucking Nina. We have to. I understand she was married to his daddy and all that, but her and Sonny ain't getting back together. So I don't see them getting back together. It could happen, but I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Michael might as well go home and get him some of that and let Willow walk in on it. Just go on ahead and do you at this point. Because Willow knows she want Drew. Because her reasoning, like, she doesn't make any sense. She just not making no type of sense. Like, she's not making no sense at all. She quit the institution. Let me see. My fault, y'all. Let me send this text out. Don't you hate that? Like, when you doing something, that's when everybody want to call you. Everybody want to call when you doing something. Now, when you ain't doing nothing, don't nobody call you. But when you got something to do, everybody want to bring your damn phone every 5 seconds. Let me put my shit on silent. I keep forgetting to do that when I make my videos. I keep forgetting to put my phone on silent or on do not disturb. So where was I? Yeah, this hoe with a heart. Stank hoe with a heart. Like, her whole reason for quitting the institution was so she can get some distance from Drew. So when Michael left to go bring Monica to her doctor's appointment, why didn't Willow leave with him? She should have left with him. Because you claim you didn't want to be around Drew because that's temptation, that's this, that, and the other. That was, you should have left. So that tells me all I need to know. Just give it to him. And Drew was irritating because he's sitting up in that office acting all down and stuff once he found out about McConkey's death. I'm like, sir, you barely knew that man. You hardly knew him. Stop trying to act like he really acting like he knew this man for 10, 20 years. And Willow talking about, oh, I see how hard this is hitting you. Why should it be hitting him so hard? He don't know him at all. Like, you got introduced to him a couple months ago through somebody else. Like, stop trying to make it seem like y'all known each other for years on top of years. Like, come on now. Yeah, she might as well just go ahead. They might as well just do at this point because they want each other. It's whatever. So anyway, moving on from that. Portia. Y'all know I'm on Portia's side when it come down to this Heather shit because I totally get where she coming from. I do, but I feel like she not gonna win this battle to keep Heather in prison. I feel like she may not win this because it was one thing when Scott was representing her, and Scott, he's good. Don't get me wrong, he is. But now you got Rick representing her, and we all know Rick, he's that lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rick gets the job done a lot of times. Like, and she even researched his, his reputation. Like, she researched him. She sees his reputation as a lawyer. She sees his win-loss record. She knows he's a winner. You know what I mean? So that scares the shit out of her even more. Because like I said, it was one thing when Scott was repping her. Now you got Rick. And we know Rick, he's a dog in the courtroom. He's a junkyard dog up in that courtroom. He don't play. So her chances of, getting off from this have increased greatly. So my honest opinion, I feel like what Portia should do, and this is my opinion, Portia should get up with Trina. She should get up with Sasha and whoever else. And they should write victim impact statements. You know what I'm saying? If this thing hits a courtroom, write some victim impact statements and send that shit to the judge, or go up in that courtroom on the day of her court hearing, and I would read off my impact statement to the judge in person. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what Portia should do. She should pull out all the stops. Pull out all the stops to keep her in here. That's the best weapon you have, is to go up in that courtroom and have the victims' families or the victims themselves that did not die speak out. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to Rory's people or something, or talk to Commissioner Devane and see if she could, have her officers do a victim impact on behalf of Rory. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, you do what you gotta do to keep that witch up in there. You know what I'm saying? Because my whole thing is, I don't want Portia to do something illegal, to lose her job. Because I feel like some anvils were dropping today when she was like, how she loved her job and how busy her and Curtis are getting. I didn't like that, because I'm like, please tell me she ain't about to lose this job because of that little, remember she had to, Heather's blood and stuff like that. I hope she ain't do nothing stupid with it, or is she gonna plan to do something dumb with it. I hope not. Because let's be for real here. I know this is daytime drama and stuff like that, but to have a woman, a black woman, not only be a successful doctor, but to be a co-chief of staff is huge. That is huge. You know what I'm saying? So I would hate for her to mess that up. You know what I'm saying? Do not fuck it up, Portia. Find another way to get her. Not this way. And speaking of her job and stuff and time, so now that McConkey is dead, she's worried about Curtis's increasing workload, because with Drew possibly, they gonna do, like, they could do a special election or whatever, and Drew could be going to Washington a lot faster than he thought. It could, affect Curtis's position at the company. Like, he might get an increased workload or whatever. I don't see how that could happen, though, because Curtis runs a division at Aurora. Michael is the head of Aurora. So I don't see how that would affect Curtis's workload. You know what I'm saying? Like, Curtis is not running the entire company. He's running a division. So, honestly, I feel like they should avoid what happened in his marriage to Jordan, because a big reason why him and Jordan got divorced, one of the biggest reasons why, was because she was constantly busy, like running the PCPD. She was constantly working, moving around, doing this, doing that, just working all the time. And that was a nice part of why they not together. So hopefully they don't allow their busy work schedules to ruin their marriage. Because the way they talking, I could see that happening. Like, I could definitely see that happening. Um. So anyway, moving on from that. Um. Dante. Dante Angelo fucking Falconeri. How proud he made me today. I love Dante. I love it. I fucking love it. The way he chewed Carly ass out, I was here for it. I was here for it, and I'm gonna tell you why. I understand that whole, paying BLQ to seduce him away from Lulu, to break him up with Lulu. I understand that was years ago. I get it. That was like, what, 13, 14 years ago? I get it. But at the same damn time, this is what I hate. How come Carly get to call Rick ass out or anybody else out over shit that they did years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, even though it's not comparable in a weird way, like because the crimes are very different or the situations were, different or whatever, it don't matter. At the end of the day, she get to call people out about shit that they did 10, 15, 30 years ago. But as soon as somebody call her ass out about something she did 13, 14 years ago, oh, that was a long time ago. I thought we got over it. No, you got over it. Dante never said he forgave her for that shit. And mind you, Lulu and Carly relationship was never the same after that. They weren't as close as they once were. Because prior to all of that, her and Lulu were close as shit. Like, Lulu used to come to Carly house all the damn time. They used to sit and talk. Lulu used to talk to her about her relationships and, get advice and all that type of stuff. After that, they ain't hang out like that no more. That relationship soured. So, at the end of the day, Dante was totally in the right. Dante never forgave her for that. I feel like with Dante, he let it go. You know what I'm saying? Letting something go does not mean you forgave. It damn sure don't mean you forgot. You just chose to let that go. You know what I'm saying? You chose to not fight that battle and get revenge and all that type of stuff. He chose to let that go. And he chose to be cordial with Carly. He's always been cordial with her. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he never really cared for Carly like that. It ain't like he was like, oh, that's my stepmom, my off and on stepmom. You know what I'm saying? No. It was cordial at best, you know what I mean? For several reasons, obviously, because some of his siblings are her kids. And, his dad has married her off and on, you know what I mean? So that's why he's been cordial with her ass. But he ain't forgot nothing. Carly thought that shit was swept under the rug. No, ma'am, and I'm glad he brought it up. Good for him. Oh, I thought that we let that go. I thought you forgave me for that. I thought, no, he ain't forgive you for jack shit. And I don't blame him. He was like, you still did it. And he was like, look what you did to BLQ. Look how that affected her. Something about them scenes, though. And then BLQ was sitting there eavesdropping on the conversation. Something about them scenes. I don't know if they trying to drop a hint or something like that. Because I'm like, how it affect BLQ? I mean, I'm pretty sure that affected her. But I'm like, the fact that they brought that in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they trying to tell us something? Like, what happened? I seen some people on the internet trying to say, on social media, trying to say that what if BLQ got pregnant and she just, gave the baby up or some shit like that. But my thing is, though, her and Dante didn't sleep together during that time. They didn't go through with that unless they recon it or whatever. Unless they rewrite that. They never slept. They didn't sleep together during that time, so that would be a total rewrite, and I hope they don't do that. Because Dante, I feel like he's snapping too because he feels very guilty. Dante feels very guilty about, how things ended with him and Lulu and, especially when Tracy brought up his affair with Valerie and stuff. Like, he feels guilty about a lot of those things, about leaving. The first time he left, yeah, he was stupid the first time he left because he didn't have to go after that guy. But the second time he left, I agreed with why he left. The second time. Because he needed to get himself right mentally. Like, he really needed to get himself right mentally and stuff like that. Because I feel like it was not safe for him to be there the second time. When he came back and stuff, his mental was not right, as we all saw. So he made the So So I can't fault him for that. But you could tell like that still weighs on him and stuff because maybe things would have went different for him had he would have stayed or something. Maybe him and Lulu would have got back together because by the time he came back, she moved on with that Dustin dude. So, you know, and he don't know that Lulu wanted him back. So I think that changed a lot for him, and I think he just felt guilty about it. But I'm glad he chewed Carly ass up a little bit about what happened back then, as he should. You know what annoys me though? Carly sitting there talking about Monica insisted that she come to the family dinner. I don't like ain't Elizabeth Court one of the co-head writers of the show, and she's supposed to be the GH historian or whatever. Now, if you're a historian, why would you think that writing Monica having Carly at the dinner was a good idea? When we all know Monica don't like Carly. She tolerates Carly. She tolerates her because of Jason and Michael. That's the only reason she put up with her. Her and Carly are not friends. Monica would never want Carly at the mansion, let alone at a Q family dinner. Like, hell no. Like, there's no way in the world. And I hate that they keep writing Monica in the Q's like this, that they have to be accepting of Carly. They don't have to accept her. She ain't nothing but Michael's mother. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And Carly never wanted Michael around the Q's anyway. So now all of a sudden she hanging out at the property whenever she feel like it? Absolutely not. I have a problem with that. Like, she shouldn't even be able to set foot on that property. Her nor Sonny. So anyway, moving on from that. Lil Violet. Violet need to stay in the kid place. I'm just saying. Violet need to stay in the child's place. Like her asking BLQ and Chase when they having a baby. First of all, you gotta have sex to have a child. In most cases, you have to have sex to have a child. Well, in all cases, I can't say most. That's how you produce a child. And as far as we can see, BLQ and Chase, they don't. There's nothing about them that screams sex. Like, I don't even think they've had sex since they got married. I don't even think they had sex prior to marriage. Like, even on their wedding night, she ain't wear no type of negligee. She wore that "don't touch me" pajamas. Oh my god. But yeah, she needs to stay in the child's place. Like, keep asking them questions about kids and stuff like that. I'm like, little girl, go play with the other children. Like, stop asking. Stay out of grown folk conversations and business. Thank you. You need to be in the playroom with the children. So anyway, moving on from that. Why are they bringing this drama to Monica house? Because Sonny sitting there talking about he gonna turn himself in to save Kristina. Sonny must have a plan. I think Sonny got a plan because there's no way. When Michael went to prison, Sonny didn't think once or twice about turning himself in to protect Michael in prison. Jason did that. Sonny didn't think about doing it. So now I'm expected to believe that he gonna go to prison for Kristina. Sonny ain't gonna. He not gonna do that. I feel like Sonny he gotta have a plan to get out of this. Because in my opinion, it would be stupid to confess to anything, seeing as how Case doesn't have a real case against Kristina to begin with. Because he doesn't. And they sitting there talking about, oh, I gotta go to the Q house to say goodbye to my sons and stuff. And I'm like, you going to the Quartermaines to go say goodbye to the kids, and Jagger got the nerve to talk about, oh, well, I'm gonna come to the Q house and arrest you there. Jagger is a fucking menace. Does he not know that there's children at the Q house? Like, Sonny's grandchildren are at the Q house. You know what I'm saying? Sonny's grandkids are there. There's other kids there, and you really gonna arrest that man in front of everybody, including some children? Like, come on now. That is trifling. He could let Sonny just turn himself in at the precinct. And Sonny shouldn't be turning himself in any damn way, because Alexis was so confident that Kristina would get off. Now she's sitting there telling Sonny, oh, you gotta save her. You gotta protect her. I'm looking at Alexis like, Alexis, your daughter is not as fragile as you think she is. Like, because something tell me Kristina need mental health. Like, she, I think, is gonna be on the verge of bipolar her damn self, because she, the way she was crying and telling Jagger to leave her alone, and then the next minute it's like a flip switch, and she was just looking at him like the devil. Like, she was just looking at him with this look. Like, she wanted to take him out, telling him he gonna pay, he gonna this, that, and the other. Like, I was like, well, damn. Like, she flipped the switch real quick on Jagger. Like, she just went from emotional to angry that fast. I said, well, shit. I said, what's going on with you? You need bipolar meds too? Like, shit. She just switched up that fast. And she was like, shit, she ready to go to court. She ready to go to court and face Jagger in court and talk to the judge herself. So Sonny may not even have to turn himself in. He may not have to, because I don't think he will, though. I'm like, I don't see it. Because you mean to tell me with these frivolous charges that Jagger have, Alexis and Diane can't get those charges thrown out? You can't get it thrown out. Come on now. That's not believable. Diane has went up against way worse charges than this with way more evidence than this and got people off. You mean to tell me y'all can't get nobody off on this? That's ridiculous. And if I was Dex, I wouldn't have left out of that interrogation room, because at the end of the day, Jagger has no authority at the PCPD whatsoever. He has like zero authority. So I wouldn't have left nothing. He don't run nothing. At the end of the day, that man is not y'all boss. I wouldn't have listened to a damn word he said. But anyway, I want to say that's pretty much everything in this episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.